The Solitude of Alexander Selkirk, a poem by William Cowper. I am monarch of all I survey, my right there is none to dispute. From the centre all round to the sea I am lord of the fowl and the brood, O solitude. Where are the charms that sages have seen in thy face? Better dwell in the midst of alarms than reign in this horrible place. Selkirk expresses his initial sense of power and control as the sole ruler of the island, emphasizing his solitude and the absence of rivals. He contrasts this with a desire to be free from the horrible place of isolation, highlighting the paradoxical nature of solitude. I am out of humanity's reach. I must finish my journey alone. Never hear the sweet music of speech. I start at the sound of my own. The beasts that roam over the plain my form with indifference see. They are so unacquainted with man. Their tameness is shocking to me. Selkirk further describes his isolation, emphasizing his complete detachment from humanity and the lack of human interaction. He expresses a fear of the natural world and the stark contrast between his own solitude and the indifference of the animals around him. Society, friendship, and love divinely bestowed upon man, or had I the wings of a dove, how soon would I taste you again? My sorrows I then might assuage in the ways of religion and truth, might learn from the wisdom of age, and be cheered by the sallies of youth. This stanza highlights Selkirk's deep yearning for society, friendship, and love, emphasizing his desire to return to a world of human connection. He expresses his longing for the comforts and wisdom of human interaction, contrasting his solitude with the richness of social life. Ye winds that have made me your sport, convey to this desolate shore some cordial enduring report of a land I shall visit no more. My friends, do they now and then send a wish or a thought after me? Oh, tell me I yet have a friend, though a friend I am never to see. Selkirk describes his emotional state, acknowledging his initial happiness, now replaced by a sense of loneliness and despair. He reflects on the memories of his past life, emphasizing the stark contrast between his current solitude and his former state of companionship. How fleet is a glance of the mind! Compared with the speed of its flight, the tempest itself lags behind, and the swift-winged arrows of light. When I think of my own native land, in a moment I seem to be there, but, alas! Recollection at hand soon hurries me back to despair. How fleet! In essence, the poem beautifully captures the incredible speed and immediacy of thought, particularly in the context of memory and imagination. However, it also hints at the potential pain that can accompany these mental journeys when they contrast sharply with the present reality, leading to feelings of longing and despair. The fleeting joy of the mental glance at the homeland is quickly overshadowed by the weight of recollection. But the seafowl is gone to her nest, the beast is laid down in his lair, even here is a season of rest, and I to my cabin repair. There's mercy in every place, and mercy, encouraging thought, gives even affliction a grace, and reconciles man to his lot. The poem concludes with a sense of resignation and acceptance. Selkirk finds solace in the rhythm of nature and a sense of mercy in even his desolate situation. He recognizes the beauty and resilience of nature, finding a new way to reconcile himself with his lot, highlighting the themes of self discovery and finding peace in the face of adversity.